Hello, my name is Terry, and today I want to discuss algebra of the Bible. When we think of algebra, we don't think of the Bible, and yet we're going to talk today about how algebra has everything to do with the Bible. When you look in the Bible, you look at Kings, Chronicles, Exodus, and you'll see chronology after chronology. So-and-so begot so-and-so, and it goes on and on and on. And you wonder, why? What's the purpose of all this? But there is a purpose. Sir Isaac Newton, he discovered a number of things. Calculus, the principles of gravity, reflective telescopes, and he spent half of his life studying biblical chronology, hoping to figure things out because he thought there was something there that he should know. But he found the scientific laws of gravity and that were easier to figure out than the algebra of the Bible. So we'll give you an example of some of the algebra that is in the Bible that maybe you hadn't thought about before. For example, the well-known illustration Jesus did of breaking bread and fish and feeding the crowds. After it, in Mark chapter 8, verse 17, I'll just read what it has to say here. Do you not yet see or understand? Do you have a hardened heart? Having eyes, do you not see? And having ears, do you not hear? And do you not remember? When I broke the 5 loaves for the 5,000, how many baskets full of broken pieces did you pick up? They said to him, 12. And when I broke the 7 for the 4,000, how many large baskets full of broken pieces did you pick up? And they said to him, 7. And he was saying to them, do you not yet understand? So I know it's a bit hidden, but you can see Jesus was pointing to something else. Just to show what are a few incongruities in genealogy that need to be straightened up and thought about. In the book of Matthew, chapter 1, in this it talks about patterns of 3 times 14 and the chronology from Abraham to Jesus. So 42 generations. And you think it would all be quite clear, but let's look at it. He goes down to Joram, and he says, who is the father of Ozias. But if you examine the Hebrew scriptures in Chronicles, it says there was 3 generations in between them: Ahaziah, Jehoash, and Amaziah. And there's also another someone who is omitted or changed. It calls Jeconias in Jeremiah 22:30 as childless. In other words, he didn't have children. And yet, in this chronology in Matthew, it says Jeconias begat Salatiel. Again, what's going on here? Matthew, it seems, alters things a little bit to fit the pattern of 3 times 14. In here, he also mentions 4 women that were predecessors or in the lineage of Jesus. Tamar, Rechab, Ruth, and Bathsheba. And just an interesting thing about this is not one of them was a Hebrew. So the Bible is telling us something there. And then if we go on to the book of Luke and the pattern of 70 plus 7, where the genealogy from Adam to Jesus is listed. And it says here that the 13th one, Arphaxad, begot Canaan, who begot Salal. But there's an extra generation put in there, Canaan. Canaan's not mentioned in the Hebrew Scriptures. Salah should be the son of Arphaxad, but no, he wasn't the son, he was the grandson. And does Luke just purposely add an extra generation? Or is it part of an overall algebraic scheme? Which I tend to think it is. There is meaningful information conveyed in algebra, and we have to follow certain rules that are in algebra. I'll give you a math problem, a simple one. 5 plus 4 plus 3 times 2, what does it equal? There could be 4 different answers. Could be 46, 26, 50, or 70. If you go to a cheap calculator, it'll say 26 is the correct, or 46 is the correct answer. But if you go to a scientific calculator, the answer is 26. It all depends on where you put the brackets. And in algebra, multiplication comes before addition. So the brackets would be around the 3 times 2, making the answer is 26. So we might believe it's 50, or we might believe it's 70, or 46, and be very sincere. But sincerity isn't what we want. We want truth. And unfortunately in religion, this is why we have so many different doctrines. They're very sincere, whether these are true or not, like the Trinity, soul, hellfire, lots of other things. And but we want to find out the truth. And it's because of all these different ideas, we have so many different doctrinal beliefs. Like you have the Baptists, the Christadelphians, the British Israelites, the Catholics, lots of Protestants, all these, the Mormons. But as Peter says, that interpretation is not open to private thoughts. There has to be a reasoning behind it. And this is why we have to try to figure out what is the true algebra of the Bible. And that I hope to go in further in the near future. I've got lots of very interesting charts to show you. And you're welcome to comment. In fact, I would like to hear some comments. Not if they're too scathingly bad, but if it's upbuilding or different ideas, go ahead. So till next time, thank you.